Hello everyone, my name is Brady with OWC, and today we are going to be going over the 2020 MacBook Air. This is the very first MacBook Air with the M1 chip in it. This one has the 8-core CPU and the 7-core GPU. It's the base model. It also has 8 gigs of shared memory and 256 gig SSD. We'll be opening up the box today, show you everything inside. We'll also be opening up the back of it, just give you a quick peek on the inside. Without further ado, let's open it up and take a look. All right, now that we have it all open, let's take a look and see what we got. Over here, we have the stickers with all the documentation for you. On this side, we have the charger and charging cable. That is a 30-watt charger and a dual Type-C charging cable. Moving on to the body itself, very little has changed from the previous generation MacBook Air. The keyboard layout is similar, but it does have the updated switches. On this side over here, we have 2 Thunderbolt USB 4 ports. And on this side over here, we have one 3.5mm headphone jack. Interesting tidbit is when you look at system information, it does now say chip instead of processor. Previously it said Intel processors, now it says Apple M1 chip. That being said, let's close it up, power it off, and take a look on the inside. And now that we have the cover off of this brand new MacBook Air, we notice there's no fan whatsoever. It's a huge testament to the improved thermals of the M1 chip. The M1 chip, although not immediately visible, I suspect is somewhere underneath this. We'll go ahead and remove that later. On either side of the unibody here, we have the 2 speakers. Between those, we have a 3-cell battery. This area right here is beneath the trackpad on the other side. Here we have the 2 storage modules. Unfortunately, this cage here is soldered on, so we're unable to tell what's underneath that at this time. We got the Wi-Fi antennas right here for the whole unit. And that being said, let's go ahead and remove these screws and see what's underneath this. All right, everyone, we actually went ahead and removed the entire logic board to get a better idea of what's going on. You already all saw what's going on over here. I think more importantly, you all want to see what's underneath this though. And there you have it. Brand new M1 chip in the MacBook Air. This is the 8-core CPU model with the 7-core GPU. You got the 2 unified memory modules on the side, those 2 black chips there. You got 2 Apple branded chips right here. We are currently unsure exactly what those are, but we will look into it to confirm. As for that, that appears to be everything going on here. Let's all seal it back up to run some benchmarks. Now that all this is back together, we went ahead and ran some basic benchmarking tests. First test we ran was Geekbench. It's a general purpose CPU test, and surprisingly enough, it already had the Apple Silicon architecture built into the test. With that, we were able to achieve a single core score of 1749 and a multi-core score of 7685. We also went ahead and ran some Aja tests to get some basic transfer speeds. On the write side, we're able to achieve just under 2 gigabytes a second, while on the read side, we're able to achieve about 3 gigabytes per second. On the GPU side of things, we went ahead and ran Unigine Valley 2013 edition. We used ultra settings with 4 times anti-aliasing. With that, we achieved about 38 frames per second with an overall score of 1602. Overall, this machine performed quite well with our basic CPU, GPU, and SSD tests. And that has been a quick look at the brand new Apple MacBook Air with the M1 chip. I'm Brady with OWC. Have a good day, everyone.